Hi everyone. I'm going to do an example of 6-1 for everybody. This is the work together. So you can use this to guide you through the 6-1 application problem. All right. And before I begin, just let me give you a brief background. Chapter 6 is all about creating a worksheet. And the worksheet is the first step that is needed to compile all the numbers that you have journalized and posted to the general ledger. You're compiling all those numbers and you're getting it ready in one place, making sure debits equal credits, adjusting two of the accounts, and you're getting all those numbers ready to prepare financial statements, to prepare the income statement and the balance sheet. So this first one is real easy. We're just going to do this is just the heading of the worksheet. And basically you're going to put the name of the business on the first line, which in this case is Fix It Now. The name of the worksheet, obviously, is just worksheet. And the period, the time period goes here. Now, remember we talked about fiscal periods, and it's usually, for most businesses, the fiscal period is a year, but for purposes of this class, it's just for a month. So the language is for month ended, okay? And in the directions, it gives us April. So you want to say April 30th, 30th, comma, 2000, and then just dash. All right, so that's the heading for a worksheet. The next step is also very easy. All right, you'll notice in the assets box, it gives us all the account balances for every account for this particular business. So these are balances that have been transferred to this little box for us here from the general ledger. Okay, so we're going to record a trial balance. This is what a worksheet looks like. This is a complete worksheet, but it's blank. You have 4 columns, each with debit credit columns. So you have the trial balance column, that's the first one. Then you have an adjustments section, then the income statement columns, and then the balance sheet columns. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 major sections of the worksheet. Each has a debit and credit column. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is just the trial balance. Basically, this is just transferring the balances that are up here from this assets box to these 2 columns here, and we're going to total them at the end just to make sure that they that debits equal credits. Okay, so let's start. So also, I just want to make sure that you understand, if it's a debit up here, it's going to be a debit down here. If it's a credit up here, it's going to be a credit down in the worksheet. All right, so let me go down here a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to look from on another screen so I don't have to scroll up and down for you guys. So it's $4,900 debit in the cash blank there. All right, petty cash is $75. Accounts receivable is $13.87. Supplies is $228. Prepaid insurance is $375. And accounts payable, which will be on the credit side, is $267. Connor Whitney capital account will be on the credit side also, $7,443. The drawing account is a debit balance. That's going to be $1,700. All right, we're going to skip income summary, which is a temporary account that we're going to use in a couple of chapters from now. All right, so we just leave it blank. So sales, we're going to transfer that balance down. The sales is $2,160. That's a credit balance, so that goes on the credit side. And then the rest of these that are listed, these are all expense accounts. And you know expense accounts have debit balances. Advertising expense is $460. Cash short and over is $6. Insurance expense is going to be an account that we use in the next problem. We're going to skip that for now. Miscellaneous expense is $189. Supplies expense, same as insurance expense. We're going to use that in the next problem, so we're going to skip it for now. And utilities expense has a balance of $550. All right, now if you add debits and credits, you add up both of these columns for the trial balance. The objective is to just make sure debits and credits match. If debits and credits do not equal each other, then you have to go back and find your error. But, you know, since this publisher is not trying to torture us too much, debits and credits are going to be equal. All right, so we don't have to go back and look for any mistakes. All right, so I'll just tell you right now. So they do match. So they are equal, $9,870. is the total for both columns, so debits equal credits, and we're good. That's the first step. That's easy enough, okay? I'm going to stop this in a second, but I will tell you, if you do, when you are doing this on your own, if you ever did find that debits and credits did not equal each other, and you went back to the columns and you did your addition over again and they're still not equal, you do have to go back to the general journal and the general ledger and try to find your mistake. The common sense approach is to start with the largest accounts first and try to find an error there. A lot of times the error can be tracked down to like numbers that have been transposed. For example, this 2,160, someone may type in 2,601, so you, oh, I'm sorry, I can't even read. I don't have my glasses on. 2,610 if someone transposed the 1 and the 6, okay? Or here for the 460, someone typed in 640 instead. So a lot of times mistakes can be tracked to just numbers being transposed that way, but you would start with the largest account first and then work back from there. All right, I'm going to stop this now, and that is the end of the 6-1. We're going to do 6-2 next.